Hello, hello, Grimfeast here. I'm going to be doing a Q&A Diablo 3 streaming. Just see if anybody wants to join and talk and hang out with me. Gonna just talk a little bit about myself and play some Diablo, answer any questions if anybody comes on and wants to hang out and get to know me better. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about myself, and hopefully my chat works. I still really new to the streaming thing. I don't know that I call myself a streamer, but I don't feel there yet. I just stream in because I love to game. I love to watch gamers. Just want to share some gaming experiences and hopefully meet some people, because I'm lost a lot of touch with some of the people that I used to play with and game with, and just trying to meet new people, make friends, and have fun. So I'm hoping to through streaming maybe meet some more fun people to play games with, get game suggestions and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk here, and if people decide to chat in, I'll try to answer questions. But I really started gaming way back. I got an Atari, and I played on Commodore computer, writing programs and playing simple games, and had an NES that I got for my birthday. So my gaming goes way back. Currently level 35 this year. I'll turn 36 in October. So right there in the middle of my life, depending on how long I live, and
an artifact lies in the ruins of Seshra.
Sometimes hard growing up. Still a big kid, and I have a couple kids of myself. So
I think you'll have a better chance of impressing this spirit than I.
Yeah.
Aid me in this, and I'll use the artifact.
They keep me busy. So between my daughters and work, gaming is not as much of my life as it used to be. Still spending as much time as I can. Unfortunately, a lot of times that I am able to find takes away from sleep I should be getting. So sometimes when I'm on, a little tired or a little salty because I mean, I'm taking a break currently from Hearthstone and playing Magic, playing more Diablo, just because I have been struggling with the assault recently of Hearthstone. But I still love the game. I hope to play it more and get back into it. But I just every time I play, I just find painful RNG. Games just that aren't enjoyable. I played a little bit on my dinner break at work today, and the games just were bad. The RNG was awful. And, I mean, I won a couple games, but I feel like I 100% lost, and I lost games that I felt like I 100% had won. So. Just the RNG that came up in those games was awful. And I mean, I know sometimes, like, you want to have that RNG when you have it, makes the game exciting. You don't want to just go into games where the outcome is like, 100% determined by the matchup. RNG is okay in small amounts, but in I would say, card games are somewhat, you want to have skill matter some, playing a skill-based game. You want to feel like the decisions you make matter some, and that your RNG doesn't just completely win the game. But that's about all I'm going to say about Hearthstone for now. I mean, I really got into my card gaming through Magic the Gathering. played a ton of Magic the Gathering, second, fourth edition, and I played Magic the Gathering from fourth edition all the way up through, all the way up until Zendikar, and my daughter was born around that time, and just I was spending way too much on the game, and it taking too much of my time, you know, with my new baby. I tried to find things that I could not spend as much money on and maybe spend less time on. My brother kind of got me hooked into Hearthstone at that point, which you know, is still a definite time sink and money sink the more you play it. But back 4 years ago when I first started, it did feel a lot more enjoyable in terms of being able to play the game without having to spend as much time and or money. You know, you could play games and you know, feel like I think the competitiveness of the game just hadn't fully developed. You know, I mean, even competitive play was you know, a lot less refined in terms of like deck refining and everything. So it was a whole different game, and my problem is I'm not a super competitive player. I'm a more casual player that enjoys to have fun, but you know, I do still also have a competitive side and like to try and stay somewhat competitive while trying to have fun. I'm a Johnny, what they call it, not a Snake. I don't want to win at all costs. But, I do want to win, and I want to win with style. So, yeah. And it used to be, I mean, it's still able to play off meta decks and still have fun playing the game. I think between putting more money into the game, putting more time and just having setting goals like reaching rank 5, you know, like I think I'm gonna, you know, backpedal on some of that stuff, because I mean, sometimes when I set those goals and I don't make them, it just feels, you know, like more disappointing than if I just try and get there. Like, you know, I mean, some season I'd like to try and make that full grind toward legend. You know, I've gotten up to rank 2, and I said I wasn't gonna talk about Hearthstone, but of course I talk about Hearthstone. It's the game I played the most recently. I mean, that's the game I started streaming and was planning on streaming, and again, I just need to take a break because I was getting to Hearthstone burnout, and Magic came out with the Magic Arena. Been playing that too and enjoying that a lot. I really like what they did with Magic Arena. I did play a lot of Magic Online when it came out, because you know, as life went along, you know, and you had jobs and stuff, you couldn't always make it to, you know, Friday Night Magics, or couldn't always make it to tournaments, you know, or couldn't even always get friends together to, you know, play games. You know, you could play games sometimes, but the nice thing about Magic Online was, you know, you just had a lot more time to play and practice, and, you know, didn't have to have the people right there to play the game. So I really got into Magic Online and played a ton of Magic Online. Unfortunately, it grew more and more toxic. I mean, I don't know, it probably was always somewhat of a toxic environment, but it seems like players got more and more, you know, where they would just like stall, you know, games, you know, and they would, you know, disconnect and reconnect, talk a lot of trash, and I mean, it just got to be kind of an environment that wasn't super fun, and again, because Magic Online follows the model of, you know, you own cards, buying, you know, packs, buying packs, and, you know, since we were actually buying cards still that were, you know, non-physical copies of cards, but nonetheless still ones you purchase, it was still a pricey game to play. Although cards were a lot cheaper in general on Magic Online. I mean, unless you were playing like, you know, like different instead of standard decks, some of those cards would still be out there. And, you know, I mean, some of the cards that weren't super common, like, you know, there were certain sets when Magic Online, you know, there weren't a lot of players, there weren't as many packs out there. So some cards on Magic Online had a much lower rate of occurrence because there weren't as many market, so you know, trying to trade and buy some of those cards that there weren't as many of were a little pricier. But you know, the thing with Magic is they do a lot of functional reprinting and whatnot, so a lot of times cards come back around either with new names or they just reprint the exact same card, and so you know, then that brings prices down depending on, you know, how many cards get opened and how much availability there is. Again, some cards just hold price too, because they just, you know, they may reprint a card, but they might decide to print it at a mythic rarity rather than a normal rarity.
Bad luck for you.
Just to keep the prices up. But yeah, with Magic Green, I really like it because, you know, the whole like daily quest and getting free cards and even like drafts packs, they feel like they're priced well. You know, I mean, I got, you know, the welcome bundle, but you know, I haven't spent any money on Magic Arena yet. I'm gonna do my best to try and stay free to play. That was my goal in Hearthstone, was to mainly be a free to play player, and you know, it started that way. And, you know, if they went to the standard wild, you know, where more sets came out and different formats, I started, you know, buying the bundles, you know, as the new sets would come out, just to try and stay current with the new sets. You know, whatever the set release bundle would be, I try to limit my purchases to that. And you know, for the most part, other than having, you know, won a gift card here or there, or been given a gift card, I've mostly stuck to just buying the welcome bundle. I don't really just go on and buy a ton of packs, or, you know, purchase things. I mean, they have been pushing more and more bundles, like the wild bundle recently, other bundle strategies where they give you good deals on packs. And I have bought into a few of those, and I think they're really trying to draw in more money, as we've seen Blizzard / Activision looking for ways to increase revenue. I'm pretty sure Hearthstone is kind of plateauing. They are making the money that they were, or I'm sure they're not making the money they'd like to be, because no one ever really makes the money they'd like to. They make more money than want to make more money, but they're looking for ways. And I mean, offering bundle packs, not a bad way, you know, giving people a chance to get packs every now and again. If people want to buy them, then, you know, it's reasonable, I suppose. I just can't afford to put too much into the game. But, I mean, I try to support gamers as much as I reasonably can, because I know there's a lot of cost and whatnot that goes into them. But at the same time, you know, the trend to the whole mobile and microtransaction is really gross, and I mean, in a lot of ways, it is destroying the gaming industry. I mean, gaming has has sold its soul to microtransaction. I mean, it's hard when, you know, they intentionally leave out game content to sell these later. I mean, you know, it's fine to have certain aesthetics or skins or whatever you want, but, you know, the pay to win model and the, you know, some of the stuff they're selling is pretty ridiculous. So that's just my thoughts on that. I think anyone probably really, you know, cares too much about, but I think there's plenty of other gamers and plenty of news out there about the way gaming's going, and I'm sure everybody has their own opinion too on how expensive everything is getting gaming wise. But yeah, so what else can I, you know, say about myself? It's a little bit tricky since again, I don't have much chat here to direct my conversation, but I guess I haven't been streaming long, just I don't have much following or whatnot. It's not so late here, you know. I mean, I live, you know, in the Midwest, and so it's you know, 11:30 here. It's after getting off work. It seems like the people that I have with head drop in here are you know, from South America or New Zealand, Australia. I've had I think maybe some other parts of the world you know, drop in and say hi, but I've met a couple people, which is great. I mean, again, part of why I'm doing this is to hopefully, you know, meet some people. I'll have to try and meet some people through other different streams too, and go chat and hang out in streams, because that's one thing is I watch a lot of YouTube, like you know, replays of streams, you know, when I have downtime, which is almost never. You know, like, I can sneak it in here and there, but most of the time, a lot of, I mean, there's somebody always streaming, so I mean, I could be watching streams rather than watching YouTube videos, but like, you know, it just, it's, easier to, watch, YouTube, for some reason, like, and just try and catch up on my streamers. The ones I follow the most tend to be streaming when I'm at work or when I'm with a bunch of kids, so I end up watching their streams, you know, on YouTube, and then, but I do like to try and support smaller streamers as well as some of the big ones, you know. I mean, I watch some big ones, some middle ones, and I've checked out some smaller ones too, because I mean, there's a lot of people there streaming, and a lot of people playing a lot of different games. It's always interesting to, you know, get different perspectives, different you know, people, you know, and yeah, like I said, I want to know more people and what games people enjoy, what they're playing, and play some of that myself. And just have fun. I mean, one thing that is hard when you don't have the time you used to have. I mean, as a gamer, you know, like, you know, change a lot, you know, because, like, I mean, when I was younger, you know, I love grinding games. I mean, I love games like Diablo and, you know, just grinding and just playing, you know, and leveling up. And I mean, I played all of the Final Fantasies, played them all up to Gen 2. even the ones that weren't released in the US, I played emulated versions of them. But you know, I love those games, just grinding out, playing hours and hours, leveling up my characters. You know, but back when I had time, you know, that was a lot easier to do. And now a lot of times, you know, it's hard to squeeze in the gaming, you know, because, you know, you gotta, I mean, heck, come spring, I'm gonna be back to working 2 jobs again, so time will become even less available, and 2 kids, 2 jobs, trying to maintain social media presence, which I'm terrible at social media. I mean, I got into social media to try and, you know, also meet people, get in with the gaming community, and you know, try and keep a finger on the pulse of what's going on in various games, you know, stuff that I enjoy, and it's helps. You know, I've met a lot of people on Instagram. I can't understand Twitter. You know, I have a Twitter. Sometimes I post my Twitter from my Instagram, but Twitter is just a social media platform I've never completely understood. Facebook was one of those ones that I was a little bit into, or things just got so crazy toxic, you know, just I mean, the internet just has become a far more toxic place. You know, I mean, I remember when I first got on, you know, MySpace, everybody was like, oh, the MySpace is so awesome, you need to get a MySpace. And, you know, me not being much of a social person, I mean, I struggle with social anxiety and just, you know, social, and I have issues reading social cues and, you know, understanding social nature. And so, like, you know, MySpace seemed like, you know, pretty weird, and it was hard for me to get into, and but I finally, like, everybody's like, yeah, you know, check this out, and I set it up, and it was alright. I got kind of addicted to it, and then right about the time I got my MySpace all set up, and it was starting to look the way I liked it, and, you know, my friends were joining me, and then everybody's like, oh man, Facebook is the thing, you gotta go to Facebook. And I'm like, I just set up MySpace, and now I have to go to a new one. And so I was a little bit slow to transition again into Facebook, but, you know, I kind of, you know, got into Facebook, and I had my times where I was addicted to Facebook, but again, you know, I just never completely understood it. I'm not a super social person that shares everything I do, and so it was just, you know, I never really kept up too much, and really, like, a lot of it so much has become the toxic of spreading, you know, these stories that divide rather than, you know, help us work together. We're becoming so divided in the way we think that it's hard to have a conversation anymore. You know, I mean, there's such strong opinions about everything, and about, I mean, I really try to avoid politics. I read the news a lot, and it really makes me sad when I read the news. But you know, it's important to stay informed about what's going on, but it's also depressing. It really is. I don't know, I'm like, you know, I mean, I have my own, you know, opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know, it's hard sometimes because, you know, when you debate with somebody, or you know, like you try to have like a civil conversation where you know, have differing ideas, it seems to just degrade so fast. Like, you know, the conversation goes from being a conversation to being an attack or an argument. And I mean, we really need to get back to finding areas that we agree on and that we can, you know, work together. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that is I don't know, like there's a lot of things that we're doing that we need to adjust course, because we're doing damage to our planet, to ourselves, and future generations are gonna suffer from the choices we make now if we don't start changing course.
Not ready yet. Not enough rats.
There's too much activity, but again, it's hard to tell because sometimes my chat goes down on my computer and it's not seeing the comments. I don't think anybody's commented. I really hope I'm not missing anybody's comments. If anybody does join me, I do chat. Thank you. So, I think other things about myself that can fill some space time with here is but might just take a talking break. I'm not one who tends to like to listen to myself talk a whole lot, so
do that.
going in to get that relationship with people that are enjoyable to watch, tend to be fun and charismatic.
My faith is rewarded.
If they're not funny and charismatic, they tend to be very, very good at the games they play. At least the people that I watch, you know. But yeah, a lot of them are funny, charismatic, and really good at the games. I'm not really any of those things, but you know, I am just doing it for the love of the game and for the chance to hopefully meet fun, interesting people that you know, like what I'm doing, or just, you know, want to hang out and have a little fun. Whoa, so it's better than what I got. Alright.
Out of room. I need to go back.
better. It's one of those things like, to be honest, it's been a long time since I played Diablo 3, and oh, that has a special for plus shield. It's actually kind of nice. But not actually using bless shield currently. I don't know. Skills for bless shield. Bless shield. Maybe I'll interesting. How that goes. So,
Everything you require, right here.
those back on. Just how they do with my bless shield. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing too. As a gamer, back when I first started playing NES and playing games in general, I'm always a gamer who's enjoyed the figure it out yourself. I mean, you know, back playing, you know, like Zelda there, it wasn't a you know, guide that told you where to like throw all your bombs and where to blow your fairy whistle or how to, you know, like you played that game for hours trying to figure out where you were supposed to go down. It was crazy playing some of those early games, and you know, I've always just loved problem solving and loved you know, trying to trying to figure things out. And when you have more time, you know, those type of things are easier to be able to do. You know, you can spend hours trying to figure out the game, and you know, now there's tons of like sites to go to where you can get like what the best things for every class are, and you know how you should be using your stat points. And I mean, that stuff's great. Don't get me wrong. You know, I do use that stuff now more than I ever used to, with not having time to game and, you know, trying to figure out what the meta read is in games like, you know, Hearthstone or Magic, where you're trying to figure out the common decks people are playing and just get a read of what's going on, and try decks that you might want to try. It's a great amount of resources out there, and so I do use that stuff more, but I also love just playing and trying to figure things out. I love puzzling my way through things, and I mean, sometimes I feel like some of the game is ruined when so much of the game is figured out so quickly and everybody has the answer without having to figure it out for themselves.
Get away!
But that's just again a personal opinion. I mean, again, like I don't think there's anything wrong with using those sites and figuring things out that way, but it does just a new set comes out in Magic or in Hearthstone, and the meta is defined within a week or two. Like, I mean, it used to take like a few months to like figure out what was the best decks or and I mean the thing was even when some of the best decks were figured out, people still played lots of different things. I feel like again some of that is I feel like at least with speed streams again, just saying I'm sure it's kind of been present for a while and other stuff too, but when I first started playing Hearthstone, there's a lot of cards that do a lot of different things. And some are clearly better than others. Some clearly have synergies with other cards. But it wasn't like build this deck, this is how the deck is supposed to be built. Those are the cards that should go in these decks. But when Mean Streets came out with the whole Jade package, that really just kind of created the, hey look, these cards have this crazy synergy, they all work together, and let's build a deck around
I require more wrath.
this card, or these cards. And so there were more and more cards that just have these synergies that are like, this is the deck, that you're supposed to be playing, this is the deck you're supposed to be building. And they start coming out more and more across the sets too, where it's like, this card's released in this set, and then it's really good, and it's kind of sets up this archetype. And then the next set, a card comes out that continues to feed to that archetype. Like, here's some more cards for that. Whoa! What'd I do? What was that? Okay, I just used that, or I did something with that. I don't know what that was. Did I like? All right. Anyways, okay. She can't use this, can she? Oh, yes she can. But and I don't know what that other thing was. It's gone now. I either used it or destroyed it, or yeah. Again, the playing games when you don't completely know what's going on.
I am returning to town.
That's the fun, right? Let's go ahead and keep having some fun here. Alright, so it looks like I cleared all of those out.
Your deeds should be rewarded. Please, take this. You have finished all the bounties here, but more await you in other lands.
So, just doing some bounties, because that's something new that, to be honest, I'm not completely sure how all this works, because this is a aspect. I might actually exit, because I kind of want to see what my season quests are here. So if I go back to gonna like leave the game. Okay, so yeah. So 1 of 9 objectives complete for the season. 5 bounties. The jeweler to level 10. Blacksmith to level 10. Okay. Let's go back to my campaign for now. Try and get more through my campaign. I like making chickens.
I would have done the same.
Chickens are fun. Don't know if I have enough to train him. I do. There we go. Made it to level 10. There's a complete. Da-da-da. I need to get the jeweler up.
Hey, lady, I got some new things.
I may look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
What is the larger? That's again one of those things I don't know what this does. Okay. I got some plans. Cool. Alright. I have some plans that I can give to the blacksmith, I'm assuming. Again, it's been a while since I've played this game. But how does that work? Eat 'em. They should show up on here. That looks cool. Have enough to craft it, I think, right? See how high I roll? Nah. Roll super high, but got strength, vitality, resistance to elements, generate life, experience. Okay, anyway. Where I left off on here, so we're just going to land, having some fun. Chicken. I'm hitting that sleepy time. It has been a long day.
Thank the gods.
Getting my girls to
refugees
school
away from
and
the
watching them this morning while my wife worked.
I wish we could come to
And
an
going to work this evening,
At last.
which was relatively a slow night, but to stay awake. I feel like there was probably something that I forgot to do. It was my Friday, so it's one of those days where it's like I'm not gonna be back now for a couple days, and I'm sure when I get back on Saturday morning, which is a horrible Monday, by the way. Saturday morning is a horrible Monday, but I'll sure I'll come into some notes of stuff that I need to get done. So, or I'll get a call tomorrow of, you know, 'cause they're not afraid to let me know if, especially if there's any of the machines that are having technical difficulties, since I am the technician. But I am training a new technician as well, so although he has the day off tomorrow as well, so there is no technician new or old on site tomorrow. So we'll see if I get a call. I'm hoping no. I'm hoping they make it through tomorrow without any problems.
Have mercy upon you, Magda, for I will not.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch, Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
Me to see it.
That was easy. Alright.
I am returning to town.
When I joined the Coven, it was weak.
As she died, Magda swore Belial would rule all. I will not let that happen.
Oops, dang it.
I need to go back.
That is not what I was trying to do. Not go right back to the
Magda
portal.
is dead. She claims the Imperial Guard serves Belial, and that it has
Pretty cool.
captured Leah.
Then they must be holding
Glowing
the
eye
Emperor
shield
against his
on my
will.
back.
I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
A shearer of the Iron Wolves can get us to the Emperor. I will speak with her.
I don't know why I keep all the legendary stuff for now, but I do. So. Just because from back in the beginning, when I first played Diablo 3, you just never saw any legendary like items. It was, the drops were so hard to get any set gear or any legendaries. That like seeing a brown was just like, wow. And then they were always pretty garbage when you did see one. And so now I just like hold on to everything and even though I don't need to, but that's neither here nor there. I also just like to see, because you get the same legendaries over time. It's always just interesting to see how the different rolls on them, you know, it can be so different based on how high of a roll you get on certain aspects of that item. Plus I have tons of space right now, so I have no idea how long a season runs, or anything much about the current state of Diablo, but other than I am just having fun, I am enjoying this thoroughly. My character is also hardcore. Oh, why'd I come back here?
I need to go back.
So there's that chance that you know, I die and I'm dead for real. I know it will get harder as it goes on, obviously. They did also really tame down the level of hardness of the monsters from when it first released. I remember playing and the drops being really bad. And I also remember just running into monsters that felt impossible to kill. Some of the added-on abilities
and you shall have my help.
were so strong when they would combine.
Regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass.
What is happening in the city? Why won't you let me in? You can't treat me like this, like some commoner.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Arcanus.
But you know that's not true, don't you?
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
Chat. Oh, I wonder if there are problems with my shit. I'll have to check that. It says I have it's ready to be displayed, but I don't see any. So we'll check.
Let us be quick.
Sad here if I'm missing messages, because that was kind of the whole point of the stream, was to try and chat, but just close my chat real quick and reopen it. Sometimes it refreshes it. But again, I have definitely had my share of technical difficulties. I mean, I really need to spend some time.
I will cover your escape.
And
thank you.
keep
learning
more about streaming to all the different you know, options of like Discord. You know, again, like when it comes to like socialness and gaming, I mean, I'm always really good as a person. Even a lot of times in my gaming past, I've chose to play games that are content about interacting with others.
Not enough wrath.
I tend to play solo games, and but I mean, I also have made good friends through gaming, and I enjoy, you know, I don't know, it's hard being a you know, I guess introverted, social, anxious person, because I mean, I have you know, a side that wants to make friends and wants to hang out and wants to, you know, interact with other people, but then at the same time I have the times where it's really difficult to interact with other people, and I just it's you know, sometimes exhausting, physically exhausting.
My wrath is low.
Wow, my chat's really freaking out. Like, I don't know what's not voting anything, it's just giving me a feel of death. So if anybody is saying anything, seeing my chat box. But I'm only seeing one viewer, but again, I don't know if that's accurate either. Because I have gotten chats of people, you know, chatting with me when I've had like no viewers popping up on my viewer. So again, I don't know where my numbers are pulling from, because I haven't completely figured out how to set everything up. And with time, so much of my time that I need to be working out and ironing out these difficulties and getting everything set up, I just, you know, I want to play. You know, I want to play the game and keep trying to come out with content, but if it's not set up, then the content that I come out with isn't all that great. So I do definitely need to do some setup, but I don't know, I definitely need to slow down though too, and just try and figure out some stuff, because I am at times definitely overloading myself. This year has been a rough year when it comes to anxiety and depression, and just dealing with a lot of like struggle with keeping up with everything, because I just try to do too much, and then I end up getting overwhelmed, and then I don't get anything done, which then puts me where I don't get anything done, so then I fall farther behind, and then I get more anxious and more depressed that I'm not doing anything, and it's just a vicious circle, kind of like my chat currently, where it's loading, but not really loading. I don't know if that's just my chat server computer here, that as the way I have my chat set up currently, as I'm using a older model computer to run my chat, and sometimes I just wonder if it even is capable of keeping up. It's not the oldest computer, it's actually the computer, it's getting pretty old. So the computer that I'm running my chat on was my gaming computer way back in the day. I mean, it wasn't a gaming computer, it just was my computer that I happened to game on, and was my school computer as well, but it was able to run the games that I played. But that computer became unable to keep up at the point this game came out of Diablo 3, and was unable to meet the minimum system requirements of Diablo 3.
Should I return to my
Which is why I got my other computer, which is now more of a work computer. I got that computer when Diablo 3 came out, because when my computer did not meet the system requirements, and my love of Diablo at the time, I bought a new computer to be able to play Diablo. And you know, I know a lot of people were disappointed with Diablo 3, and I mean, I definitely you know, had some things about it, but I you know, I never, you know, felt super disappointed with Diablo 3. It's just different, you know. I mean, it's not the same, although it's become, I think, more like some of the Diablos. I mean, there's definitely aspects of the Diablos that I've seen that they integrated, you know, with the, you know, Reaper of Souls here, where they added, you know, the Crusader and the Necromancer. I mean, it feels, you know, like Diablo 2 in some ways. The Hammered In and the Necromancer raising armies of some of the levels even feel like they're straight from Diablo 2, hopping through portals there in the palace. You know, where, so I mean, some of it like has a very Diablo 2 reminiscent feel, like, but I think in the beginning of Diablo 3 the biggest problem was the auction house was kind of a cool feature. It was kind of nice for those gamers who really wanted to grind and try and make money and sell stuff. Like, I think that was kind of a cool element, but having a real money auction house definitely created some problems in terms of you know, the drop rates. I think were kept down intentionally to drive prices up of stuff. But alright, well, it says my chat is ready to display messages. I don't know if that means it just is working properly, but no one is chatting. Go ahead and just send another test out here from my computer. Okay, so that was sent from my Twitch, and it shows up on my chat box. Theoretically, my Twitch chat is going to where I want it to go. Hopefully, I'm seeing everything. But anyways, yeah,
I found my mother, Adria. She's alive.
Still working my way through a lot of things this year.
Into the sewers.
And you know, the one thing that I do enjoy is I do enjoy posting to my Instagram, you know, be it gaming news or, you know, custom cards that I create for for Hearthstone. I've even like started, like, you know, well, I downloaded an app to make custom Magic cards, but like Magic, like Hearthstone being a much simpler game, you know, it's easier to come up with like ideas. Like, Magic's such a complex game, and there's been so many different cards over the years, and so much stuff in the game, that it's really hard to just like come up with like ideas that haven't been done already, or like, you know, just create things that are quote balanced. Like, I mean, like, it's funny like how much Hearthstone goes out of its way to try and balance classes and try and balance cards. It's like, in the game of Magic, like, some cards are just broken as heck. Like, I mean, it's a whole different game, but, you know, like, I mean, cards get banned and restricted in Magic too, and like, it's funny because, like, you would think in a game where they actually print, you know, real physical cards, you know, they would want those cards to be more controlled. You know, because like Hearthstone, they just they're like, oh, we made a mistake, we'll do a nerf and change the card. So you know, if they mess up, the card can be adjusted. Where Magic creates a card that they quote unquote messed up, it has to get banned or restricted, which they don't generally like to do unless it's absolutely destroying the game. And I haven't played, like I said, in quite a while. You know, I played after Zendikar. I think what was the last card I remember being banned or restricted was Skull Clan in Standard. I think that was the last one I remember, but again, I don't really play competitively too much. I like playing, you know, Commander or
Over here, we could use some help.
Just casual.
We think we have found a haunted
casual
chest
play.
spoken of in legends.
Why do you need my aid then?
I did play Modern quite a bit. I mean, I played Standard back in the day,
you
know, a decent amount. But Standard was always super hard to keep up with. And that's where it really got expensive. Because, you know, keeping up with Standard is one of the things that's really always challenging, because the cards always are at their highest price, you know, when they're in Standard. And, you know, cards that came out that were mythic, like Jace the Mind Sculptor, just really drove up prices on cards to mythic rarity rather than just regular rarity. So I kind of went from playing Standard, playing Modern, and Modern's still really expensive too. I mean, it's a really expensive format.
To trap the primeval. What is the purpose of this one?
But I mean, I like Draft, and Draft and Shield are a couple of my favorite formats. I'm far better at Shield than at Draft. Like, my biggest problem with Draft is well, one, I tend to like to rare Draft.
You know who
I mean, obviously, if a card's really bad, you know, that and not real playable in
but I never dared get close
constructed,
because of the danger
or you
that
know,
always shadows me. It's not
limited.
safe here. Let's move.
You know, try to avoid taking it, but I tend to like to, you know, take cards that I want Standard, even if they're not necessarily the best draft pick.
Hey lady,
so my drafts tend to get a little bit.
I'm surprised Kane never told you why I left.
Unfocused.
He knew I was called to fight the
Plus,
Lords of
sometimes
he would keep you safe.
Overvalue certain cards
then it's fate
that would probably table. Like, you know, knowing which cards will make it around the table and kind of getting reads on colors and what other people are drafting is really important when drafting. And I miss some of those reads, and you know, sometimes packs, you know, just dry up. You know, you're trying to play a color, but it just isn't common. And you try and force it, and so draft is a real challenging format. I mean, I've had my share of really good drafts, my share of really bad drafts, a lot of mediocre drafts.
It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl.
I would say my brother is a lot better at draft than I am. Sealed, I'm good at taking cards that you're given and making the most of them.
We must
retrieve
it.
Sealed is really, you know, just trying to, you know, sometimes, you know, you get stuck with not a lot to work with, and I mean, that can be hard in a sealed pool. But, you know, there really is a skill to, like, you know, looking at what you have and figuring out what works together.
She told us about the Black Soul Stone, an artifact that could banish evil
really enjoy Sealed.
I must find it.
But I mean, of course, you know, like playing just casually and playing Commander. Commander is a format that
monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan
in a
Kuhl
while,
by the Horadrim.
and it's changed a lot too, because they've actually started making specific Commander decks. Like, you know, I played
and
before,
sealed his broken corpse within a shadow
what they call
realm.
it,
It seems they
Elder
were afraid
Dragon, or
he might
they called it like
disgusting.
Highlander.
I've seen that woman going in and out of the
not
sewers.
exactly sure what it was called before it became called Commander, but
visitor
it had another name. It was, you know, a format of 100 cards, and basically, you know, you had your one leader card. It was basically Commander.
Listen
but it
to me.
was
I cannot talk for long.
slightly different.
Belial's guards are constantly
And
watching me.
I played it before they really started making the
Forgive
Commander
me for
decks
my
and
behavior
pushing
at court.
format.
The gods would have killed me
And,
if I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can.
It was a lot of
You must
fun,
be
and
headed to the
it started
oasis.
becoming more
I
popular.
can open this gate for you.
And it can be a lot of fun, but it can also be less fun when people really competitive, like that, you know, pick like monocolored, you know, like mono red, like commander and just try and like beat you down as fast as you can. You know what I mean? You know, a lot more fun with crazy stuff and just, you know, having fun and playing cards that you would almost never otherwise play. Like, you know, because it's just a format that allows some cards that are, you know, on the borderline of being good to get some use.
I enjoy that.
So, and I mean, even some commanders, you know, some commanders are like, well, you know, this legendary is borderline good, like, you know, and it's fun to give it a try because it has an interesting ability. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thing. Like, you know, I enjoy playing games and trying things that are a little bit out of the meta on average. I mean, I end up playing meta decks, but then I'm also budget player too, so a lot of times my meta decks are so
rule the skies with terrible
that is also what leads to some of the frustration.
Birds will wait until their prey is at a disadvantage.
Have playing decks that are not quite optimized
and be prepared to flee quickly.
Better budget, or playing off meta, trying to play cards that are hopefully beat the meta, but you know, it's hard to beat meta. And even if, you know, you feel like you're getting a good read on the meta and you have a good
there was a dead man. I pick up garbage from the aqueduct so it doesn't ruin our water supply.
Still always end up with those off meta, other off meta decks that are, you know, so.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just gotta
I must practice my spells.
play, have fun,
I thought there was a dead man. I pick up garbage from the aqueduct so it doesn't ruin our water supply.
a lot of people focus too much on winning, and it's also crazy how trolly, you know, people are. Like, you know, all the people that offer, you know, like their opinion about how just because somebody missed lethal, you know, some pro player missed lethal, their garbage player, and that player couldn't make the pro tournament. They tried. I mean, they're sitting there like, oh, player's trash. Yeah, it's easy to, you know, talk trash when you're behind your computer. And
my wrath is low.
You act like you know a lot about the game. I mean, there's a lot of players that, you know, that are really good, but, you know, the really good players don't tend to talk trash because, you know, they know, you know, you play enough games, mistakes happen. Like, you know, we've all had like that moment where, you know, we're
crusade marches on.
Run out of time, like you're trying to figure out the play and you run out of time, or, you know, just are like trying to like think your turns ahead. You know, you're trying to like sequence how you're going to play it, because it is you know, important not to just be on the turn you're currently on. I mean, a lot of players are just on the turn and reacting, you know, to that one turn, but I mean, a lot of pro players and a lot of high-level players are planning out turns in advance. So sometimes, you know, when you're thinking ahead, you sometimes get too far ahead of yourself and miss things. So, it's just really sad that would cut people down, and that there's so much trolling and bullying, and I don't know. I mean, one thing is too is I know personally myself, like I don't take criticism real well. I mean, you know, I mostly just try to avoid situations where I'll be criticized. Online. Like, but luckily not very many people are watching me, and everybody's been pretty nice to me so far on social media. I mean, I do not post as much to Reddit as I did in the beginning. On Reddit I tend to get a lot of comments that they're not like hard troll, but you know, they're not like you know, like when I post my custom cards on Reddit, you know, this in the beginning a lot of times with a Magic background, you know, even though I played tons of Hearthstone, but my custom cards for Hearthstone, a lot of times I would you know, word things not necessarily for Hearthstone wording exactly. You know, like minions versus creatures and you know, other wording, semantics, or leaving out commas, or just silly little stuff, you know, people would comment on, and it's like, well, okay, you know, that's fine, I don't want to get into grammar, words, you know, like, I want to know what you think of my idea, like, you know, do you think that's something that's interesting, that would be fun in the game, you know?
Not enough wrath.
And so, I still occasionally look to Reddit and keep meaning to get back more onto Reddit because there's a lot of people on Reddit, and you know, get up on there where you get attention, then you can help grow things like my screen here and get recognition. But you know, I don't know. I just
my wrath is low.
I really hope as we move forward we can get past some of this, you know, having to put others down in order to make ourselves feel good. I mean, because there's no need to belittle other people, you know, to make yourself feel better. I mean, just have to, you know, do the best you can, and we're all human, we all make mistakes, and the more you play, the more mistakes you're gonna make. I mean, like, yo, I play way more games than I should, considering how little time I have, and there's days I go where I do great, and I have very tight play and make very few mistakes. And there's days where I'm tired and I play and I make a lot of mistakes. And, you know, also too, it's really hard too. You gotta be careful because, you know, sometimes the RNG and the salt and the tilt, I mean, you just go down a spiral, and you know, you have one bad game and it turns into two bad games, which turns into more bad games.
Will make fine slaves.
And you will make a fine corpse.
You have done something truly noble, warrior. Let me show you why this room is so important. The Imperial Guards were trying to take these refugees. I did not know what to do.
You did what was right. That is all that matters.
I am not the warrior my father was. Take whatever you want from his chests.
We had 11:30? No, 12:30? Alright, it's not terribly late yet, but keep an eye on the time. Because I have to get my daughter to school tomorrow. Luckily for me, I do not have to work tomorrow, but they will be up probably by like 7:30, 8 a.m. So try and make sure I get at least a good 5 to 6 hours sleep, because once I get
so much larger.
my oldest daughter to school, then me and my
Do you see that
daughter
enemy
will
over there?
hang
Let
out.
us cleanse it from this land.
Wait for her to come home from school.
My wrath is low.
And it goes by really fast, and school's only it goes by really quickly. Get up, get her to school, and I'm pretty much just getting my coffee and starting to catch my breath, and ready time for her to be coming home. And then it's usually figure out lunch. Get napping for the little one if possible, and sometimes if I'm lucky that I get a nap at 2 on my days off. I mean, obviously when I have to work, usually what happens is my daughter gets home and gets lunch, and go to work, and my wife comes home from her job and grade off. But on my days off, it's a little bit nicer because once my wife comes home, we can eat lunch and hang out, and one of us will maybe get a nap in if we're lucky, or get some stuff done well. The little one.
If I had the head of a deranged sorcerer, I'd hide it here. I enjoyed that.
Only the most talented mages can summon skeletal guardians. It takes great power to form these tall, slim constructs from their unstable reagents, and even more power to sustain them. In the hands of a master, however, the guardians can become powerful weapons capable of defending their posts until the end of time.
Not enough wrath.
Had enough?
your peace, quickly.
Driven him. How much power has he accumulated in his mad quest? I can only hope we are not too late.
I found what I was looking for. Figure out. Here. Big grouping. Find out
my wrath is low.
For the wind. Like chaff before the wind.
You will not enter the aqueducts! Lord Belial demands your blood!
This cannot be opened yet.
Get out of here! Someone help us!
I require more wrath.
I must flee! To get out of here!
Studies indicate that a high-level cleric of the Zakarum named Hakan began to sense the corruption that was eating away at the heart of his faith. He knew this corruption would eventually destroy his beloved church, and that he must take action. After much prayer, Hakan hit upon the idea of an order of crusaders.
Perhaps these lands will be tranquil again someday.
I need to go back.
If you keep holding back, then you'll never improve.
It is time. Leah, cast the spell as I taught you.
I live again.
Zoltan Kuhl. We need you to activate the Black Soul Stone. We would use it to trap the last two Lords of Hell.
I know your voice, stranger. It has haunted me in death, just as it commanded me in life. Tyrael.
I am, but now mortal.
Ah, fate is whimsical. I will give you the Black Soul Stone, but in exchange, I must be made whole once again.
You were treacherous before. How do I know you won't be an even greater threat once you've been fully revived?
You don't. So you must ask yourself, how much would you risk to save this wretched world?
Everything.
Ah, so be it. To begin, you will need to retrieve my blood from the dungeons where it has been hidden away. You will find them in the desolate sands beyond the aqueducts.
I'm going to go with you. We should bring Kuhl's head with us. Maybe he'll have something useful to say. I'll put him in your bag.
It won't open.
I can open this gate for you.
Emperor Hakan?
No time for pleasantries. I think I may have uncovered Bilal's assumed identity. I'm very close. But here's what you need to know. To find Kuhl's blood, we need to get through the aqueducts. There are two levers that control the entrance beneath the waterfall.
There will be fighting here.
It's Bilal. So long as he lives, all of Chaldean is under siege. Uncle Deckard theorized that the demon lords leave demons in their wake, much like us leaving footprints.
And you agree?
Yes. The more I study my uncle's books, the more I realize that even I took his wisdom for granted. Full of traps.
luck for you, friend.
Mean to slow our advance. It will not work.
That's one lever down.
I think we were meant to come this way. Perhaps someone waits for us down
here? We must stop her for our master!
marches on.
Should lead to the desolate sands.
Hello, Morin.
A secret door hidden.
I can't believe he stuck me in a barrel. It's quite uncomfortable in here. Are you still alive out there? Or is it the monster?
Thank you for releasing me. It was getting a little boring in there. I am seeking a magic crucible that legend says was hidden in these very aqueducts. It would be a valuable addition to my jeweler's tools. Help me find it, and I will be greatly indebted to you. Oh, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Covetous Shen.
And what do you covet, Shen?
I can't imagine why my young partner bashed me over the head and sealed me in there. This place is quite dangerous without a knowledgeable guide.
And are you such a guy?
Well, I am. Well, I used to live down here long, long ago. But I don't talk about that time.
And you thought I was off. That was inspiring.
What a fascinating place this is. Oh, look at all this wonderful architecture. You could walk all the way around the world and never find it like it. Except for this part. I've seen it somewhere else before.
It's mine!
Be careful, Gavin. It might be cursed. Here, I just warned you. The crucible should be safe now. Poor man. If I had known the crucible was cursed, I never would have brought him along. If you come see me in Chaldeum, I can show you how the crucible can combine jewel fragments. Well, you know, I've been searching for a certain jewel for a long, long time. I'm in no rush. But maybe if I go with you, I'll find it just like I found this crucible.
You go on ahead. I'm going back to town.
You and I are the same. But those others, the fallen angel, the witch, they're using you for their own ends. You choose to be their puppet, yet the power of your birthright could make you a god.
I haven't the vanity to seek godhood. I leave that to you.
There's no need to be snide. Soon enough, I'll rock this world again. Then I'll show you what a Nephilim can achieve. My archives lie beneath this desert, perhaps even beneath the sands we now tread upon. The Varadrum could not destroy them. They could only lock the door behind them. I still have the key.
for the win.
Have endeavored to make Chaldeum a city of mercy and salvation, but they have not yet been able to convince the emperors to change the ancient policy of exile. Prisoners convicted of treason are still sent to the desolate sands to die with nothing but the clothes on their backs.
Like chance before the wind.
Of silence lays heavily to it.
Be damned!
The rockworm may very well be the ugliest creature ever to blight the world with its presence. Bereft of any features aside from its massive jaws, the rockworm appears to be a giant invertebrate. I should like to study it further, but its burrowing tendencies make it extraordinarily difficult to track.
Let the light be damned! I enjoy that.
Shadows deeper. We must be getting close.
Haran gathered the most devout, driven, and martial Zakarum attendants. He taught them to channel the power of light in the same way that the newly founded paladins were being trained. But these recruits, these crusaders, were given insight into the primal powers of Zakarum in a way no paladin ever was.
Look, just over there!
I never imagined such a creature.
For you, friend.
Can a mad wizard ever reform his ways? I do not think so.
During the Mage Clan Wars, the Viserai summoned giant demons to guard their estates. After years of patrolling the desert sands, the demons' hides became thick as stone and caked with grit. In the end, they have outlived their masters. Now, only the glowing runes on their skulls belie their true origin.
shield, spider shield, does whatever a spider shield does.
I can't carry anymore.
In here, I can...
These halls belonged to Zoltan Kuhl before they became his prison.
Out of room. I am returning to town.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look. I cannot use that.
Crusaders had learned all they could, Akan sent them out into the world, seeking a way to cleanse the corruption that coiled at the heart of the Zakarum faith. There was no clear goal for them to pursue, and some clerics claimed it was a fool's errand, that they could never succeed. But these Crusaders would not be deterred.
my friend.
Dariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
Zoltan Kuhl must have studied Viserai magic. The protective spells on his guardians are similar to theirs.
The northern tip of the desolate sands. There we will find my body and the Black Soul Stone.
Fear and anger lie over this place like an ominous shroud.
Here is the entrance to... I had to build all of this for my research. And my experiments. The Black Soul Stone was a complicated creation. I sacrificed much to make it.
Hospitality is somewhat lacking.
You're just in time. Emperor Hakan? What are you doing here?
Good, everyone's together. I came to tell you that I have found Belial, and I am ready to lead you to him.
Then let's get the Black Soul Stone and kill Belial.
All well and good. But first, I will be made whole.
We're ready to do our part. Just you remember yours.
Beyond these portals lie 2 relics that were once powered by my blood. Take the vials you recovered and use them to activate the relics.
I will stay here and prepare the ritual. Be careful.
Angels are no better than demons. Did you know that they once voted on whether or not to eliminate all of mankind? Only one vote saved us from extinction. Yes. Whatever else he may be, he is the aspect of justice. And there is no justice in murder. Of the Soul Stones once given to the Horadrim by Tyrion. An impressive creation, to be sure, but one that I am certain can be duplicated. No, not just duplicated, improved upon. My Soul Stone will be made to contain the souls of many demons, or even angels. become Nephilim and ushered in a golden age. But my Herodic brothers could not accept man's true destiny.
The Shadow Rock with vials of his blood, and we will hide his blood in the desert under eternal guard. I can only hope that the world does not forget who is evil, and his blood remains undisturbed beneath the shifting sands.
Why do you feel empty?
There are fragments of myself that are lost to me. They linger in the corners of my mind, just out of reach.
The Crusaders swore an oath to dedicate their lives to the Search. None believed that they would be the one to end the Crusade by finding and cleansing the corruption. They believed the Search ennobled them, that the discipline of their life and journey was the true goal. The Crusader was meant to find meaning in the quest itself. Each and every Crusader was a warrior of rare strength. They had mastered the power of light, of weapon and shield, and of self. Each was sworn to live as a Crusader and to die as one. 200 years ago, they took their apprentices and set out into the eastern swamplands. They were never heard from again, until now.
Soul Stone, I will finally be able to unlock the true power of man. In ancient times, our kind possessed power unmatched in this dreary age. With the Soul Stone, I will be able to elevate myself to the strength of my ancestors.
That the Crusaders have returned, and that they mean to go to the west. But who are these all-blind warriors? They look nothing like the Crusaders who set out from Travinthal 200 years ago. Those who inhabit the ruins of that ancient city suspect trickery.
friend.
We all agree that the end times are upon us. But do you truly believe that Belial and Asmodan could have engineered these events?
If you have a point, please, say it. I'm overburdened.
Kul simply cannot be killed. His cursed blood sustains him. He bleeds sad and laughter mocks us. There is only one course of action left to us. We will separate his body from his head and hide the body within the Shadow Realm.
Lies here, waiting to be opened.
Rodrum did all this to lock my body away. He must have been very angry with me. They were never very imaginative.
Crusade marches on. I can't carry anymore. Out of room. I'm overburdened. That's for you, friend. I can't carry anymore. Out of room. I can't carry anymore. I'm overburdened. I need to go back.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look. I got some new things. You should take a look.
You do not trust me. I understand. But we are more alike.
Cool marks my every step. I try to shut him out, but his chattering is ceaseless. He takes joy in taunting me. I will not run.
I have Cool's body.
Then let me begin the ritual. But I'm warning you, Cool. You'd better not cross us.
You are surrounded by deceit, young one. I am the least of your concerns. Concentrate, Leah. Soon now. Just a bit longer. Just a moment. Almost. Yes. Thunders within me. This fetid air fills my ravaged lungs. I am alive again.
You're welcome.
Now give us the Soul Stone.
Very well. The bargain stands. Quickly, to my sanctum. I can complete my life's work. All will tremble at my power. What is this? How has this happened? The souls of the dead lords of hell have been absorbed into the stone. Abandon your quest, Nephilim. Your allies seek only to control you. With the power I offer, you and I could rule over all creation.
It is too late for intrigue, Cool. Give me the stone.
Been triggered. It seems my brothers have finally come looking for me. Damn them.
Five lords of hell now reside within this stone. This was your doing, Adria.
20 years ago, during the darkening of Tristram, Cain told me of Zoltan Kuhl's profane soul stone.
That's why you left me. You went to mark the demon's souls so that they could be drawn into Kuhl's vessel.
Yes, my daughter. I have sacrificed everything for this.
I am returning to town. So we trap Belial and Azmodan in the Soul Stone. What then?
Then I shatter it, and the Lords of Hell will be no more.
We've got to reach the Emperor. He said he can lead us to Belial.
Are you certain we can trust the child?
We have no choice. But know this. If Belial gets desperate, he will unleash hell upon Chaldeum.
So before we face him, we must evacuate the citizens. The Iron Wolves can help.
Sooner started, sooner done.
Belial has started his attack on the city. Let's go. Ashira is already at the sewers. Hurry! We'll keep you safe!
When the fireballs began falling from the sky, we started evacuating the people.
It's the end of the world.
Who has brought this wrath down upon us?
From those fireballs.
I never believed it would end like this.
Who has brought this wrath down upon us?
I can't die!
Over here! Quickly!
have nowhere to hide.
Over here.
Now to the gates. We have no time to lose.
Let's go.
Now, Leah, use your power just the way I taught you and bring down these gates.
Stand back. I still can't fully control it.
Do not worry about us.
Your master dies today!
Glad that's over.
Before the servants of Belial.
That sorcerer's illusion blocks our path. Kill him!
Evil shall perish.
Again, daughter.
I feel so weak. I don't know if I can.
You must! Now!
The strength lies within you, Leah.
It is up to you now. Hurry! I must stay here and tend to Leah.
Praise the gods, you've arrived just in time. Show me the Soul Stone.
Come, Belial. The time for lies is past.
Clever. But know this, Nephilim. Asmodan knows of the stone and the power it contains. Even if you defeat me, he will exterminate you and every last one of your misbegotten kind.
undone! This world is mine! I cast off note the true vision of the Lord of Hell!
Quickly, Leah. Seal Belial's soul within the stone. It is ironic that one as twisted as Zoltan Kuhl played so great a role in our salvation.
Kuhl was once a tireless enemy of hell. From his life, let us learn. The longer we fight evil, the more it can corrupt our hearts.
I need to go back.
Today is a good day. You have liberated this land and brought low a Lord of Hell. Enjoy this moment, for tomorrow our war continues.
There is no time for rest. Even now, Azmodan plots our destruction.
The Lord of Sin is an uncanny tactician. He'll attack us where he believes we'll least expect it.
And where defeat would break our will to resist.
You are learning well, Leah. Now you must go to Caldeum's great library and continue with your uncle's work.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me. Afraid of damaging your armor or weapons? That won't happen over there. In fact, no one even dies. Disappointing, really.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Thank you.
I can be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Let me know when you are prepared to go.
None of this makes any sense to me. What am I missing, Uncle? What am I supposed to see?
Ravaging this world and all hope of resistance. My minions will find the stone, wherever you choose to hide it. Then, at long last, Osmodan shall reign as the prime evil.
Leah, are you all right? Speak to me, child.
Arian. The demon's invasion will come from Arian.
Caldeum is free of Belial and his lies. Yet Osmodan remains. With his armies staged in Ariat Crater, the ancient bulwark of Bastion's Keep is all that keeps him in check. I will not let that mighty fortress fall.
Alright, well, it is 2 a.m. I finished that last chapter quest. I'm gonna head to bed here, as it is late, early, but I will try and be back to some more streaming. The next couple days I have off, and generally whenever I have a day off, I end up managing to stream much or accomplish stuff, just not stream-wise, but yeah, so the next couple days we'll see if I make it on, but I have a lot of housework and a lot of other things I need to try to do, but I'll try to do another stream. I'll keep working. I don't think I really had much chat or too many people based on what I saw, but if anybody did stop by, I hope you learned a little, and I'll try and do a more in advance one of these where I schedule it more than just 10 minutes before I plan on starting. And I'll try and post a little bit about myself here and there, and give a little bit about myself. But I had some fun playing Diablo, and I will have some more playing again. But for now, I definitely
the keep's
gotta
defenses
get to bed.
cannot hold.
I know
its soldiers are scattered,
Hearthstone's supposed to be down for some maintenance
which rushes
today
forth from area
/ tomorrow, this Thursday.
Should the keep
they're
fall,
doing something they've been
will
advertising
claim
for a while,
the Black Soul Stone.
so we'll have to
If
see
he does,
what
there
that
will be no
maintenance
hope for this world.
results in,
It'll
if
stand.
there's any new content or anything
Light the signal fires,
worth
and show these soldiers that we are not yet defeated. Salvation has arrived. Go, you are needed below.
But I am going to go ahead and head out here for the night. So thanks for watching, and have a good night. I will be back not Thursday or Friday. I mean, I want to try and do some Magic Arena for Friday Night Magic, but if I don't make it back Friday, maybe I'll make it for Sunday Funday. But if not, for sure, it's always exhausting to stream after work because I'm tired. But it's always easier too, because when I come home from work, generally everybody's asleep, so I can kind of just find my way to my game here and play while they sleep. But a lot harder when I have to put them to sleep, or when I have to, try and entertain them enough to be here. By the time I usually get them to bed, I'm usually missing out or trying to find a little bit of time to spend with my wife, and so, alright.